Hi guys, welcome back to Zelda, and we are now going to be able to traverse Hyrule Field. We'll be able to break out of basically the training grounds of the game, and we'll be able to step foot into the real world. And it's very, very close to here. But first things first, before we go, making sure we've got a filled up lantern, because you never know when we're going to need to use it again to light something. It's always good to have on you. I don't think Hyrule Field in this game captures what it presented with Ocarina of Time. There's just something about it. The music's fantastic though. That's one thing I'm going to say about Hyrule Field, is really, really good music. And it's quite a large field. It's not just set into this one area on the map. There's a whole other parts to it. And we get brief glimpses of the area, I believe, each time we go into a new bit to set the scale for it. We can try and call a Pono with the horse grass, but unfortunately it doesn't actually do anything because currently she's gone, and it makes traversing Hyrule Field quite annoying, to be honest. And we get some new enemies here, weird little two-legged things. They're just very quick and they drop bombs. I really don't see the point in going after them, really. And there is another heart piece around here, and you'll see a cutscene where I basically spent spending a good few minutes looking for the right place for it, but I do get it eventually. And you can see the way Twilight has covered the land, which is a pretty nice effect. And it feels like in this game, when you do get rid of the Twilight, it does feel like it makes some sort of difference. Sort of like in Majora's Mask, the way you would help the different parts of the world, and each part would be affected differently by what you do, basically. And after some brief searching, it's in this tree here, which you'll briefly see on the map if you need to find it yourself. Right there. But we can move on now to Kakariko Village, again returning from Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past, and the name remains unchanged, which is a nice touch, considering it's not, they've lost the Kokiri and whatnot. And we get the usual day-night cycle. I believe it's a bit longer than Ocarina of Time. And the postman returns. And he'll pop up every so often to give us a letter. And I haven't really gone into the collection screen much, but it's not too bad. You can pause this if you'd like to read it. It's quite short. But it's the things like tunics and whatnot, so you don't really need to go into this menu quite often. It's mainly the weapon select one. And now, unfortunately, our time as Link is short-lived again, as we get to be a dog, wolf again. which we all look forward to, right? But it's actually quite a bit of stuff before we actually start looking for tears.
Do you build one pop the penny? And it was not decorated. What one thing can be was not a spear? What is not in time?
So yeah.
Make one.
There's no real point in saying no, because if we can't do anything else at the moment, pretty limited. Really, really limited.
Use armor. After six chocolate roll. As the beer. One gummy with a sesame. Take me.
So yeah, we're in the western part of Hyrule Field now, and usually quite surprisingly, when you're here as regular Link, there's no loading screens between the area, and this area is for a pretty small one. And we get introduced to another new game mechanic for the wolf.
Sit there. Could you be very better?
So yeah, now when we activate the senses, we can follow the trail we've picked up. We can pick up multiple trails throughout the game, I believe. It's actually pretty straightforward to follow because there's only one exit out of this particular map or Hyrule. And we get these small 4 enemies again, easily dispatched. And there's one problem though.
My Payuki army. Puppy bear if it was big. You have to anything. That you could owe me. How you owe can deal with what if what was anything? You wrong already. It's her power. Let's come in a single really puppy.
So now we have the equivalent of the fast travel in this game, which can only be done as a wolf. But it is quite handy for getting around as a wolf.
Reach up to there.
And we found the bridge.
Just for here. Grandpa, we should go into Bill was me.
As you see, each province is actually quite large. We've only really explored not even a quarter of the map, which is something to look forward to.
the way you're going to enter me. How would be?
And we can pick up the trail again, which as you can see is up by these gates up here. We get some more Twilight enemies to take care of or ignore, which is usually the easiest thing to do, especially if you're dashing.
If he, it will be. If one could my honey. Faron be.
And again, taking under a gate as per usual. And we also get to take out a couple more enemies as well. And there's a bit of sneaking going on there, which is always useful. As you can see, Kakariko village is under siege now as well. And we get to fight more with these guys, but the difference is this time we have 4, I believe. But no, it's actually 3 at the moment. 4 is later on, when we have some more to actually fight, and it's a bit more complicated. But for now, if you can knock one out and then do the other 2 in, it's pretty simple. But I cock up spectacularly there. So if you knock this one guy out who won't move, you're free to take on the other 2 then at once. So if you just wait for your boyfriend to get a bit closer, you can easily just take them both out then. And that will be it really for this video. There'll be a cutscene coming up in a second, so I'll see you next time when we collect the Tears of Light.